I did see Thor Ragnarok on Friday with Rachel, and I loved it. It was a real good time. I'm not gonna say it's a perfect movie because it definitely wasn't, but like, I really liked it. I just had a fun time. Like, I would say the first half is just so funny. There's so many great jokes. I like the action a lot. I know some people, don't love it. I thought it was good. I thought it was fun. I love the gladiator fight. Like, I think it was really nice to just see like Thor and Hulk throwing down. I thought it was great. Um, the Thor lightning visual effects were amazing. I thought it was just oh my god. For the first, third when we did have Mjolnir, like I thought Mjolnir was just super fun, like tossing around casually when having conversations, or like using it to fight in tandem. Like Mjolnir would go smash people while Thor was punching people. Thought it was so cool, and then using it to smash in Odin slash Loki's face, or almost smash it. Like I thought it was used really creatively, dropping in the dragon's mouth. Loved it. And then, when we did lose it, like there was a lot like it meant a lot emotionally, and then like that loss was felt. However, we then got, the amazing lightning visuals. So like all throughout it was great and I loved it. I will say like I think like the third quarter, like I think it was slow. Like from the time that Thor like broke out of the Hulk's like apartment suite or whatever to the time that they finally got back to um, Asgard was slow. It was a slow quarter, and I didn't love it as much. And it was like, it's dragging a little bit. But then it ended on a really high note. I liked the ending a lot. I think that the um, Revengers, I thought they were great. Loki, I'm not even a Loki fan, but I liked, him coming back and still, kind of being a shitty person and, doing it all for his own ego. And Thor, learning to just not trust him, but I think, like, doing the right thing. And I'm not going to say I like him or that he's a good person because he's not, but even, people who do terrible things can also do a good thing. So I thought it was a nice point. Um, I liked Hulk a lot. Break, when Hulk jumped out of the plane and just landed on the bridge, it's one of the funniest parts. I loved it. He just fell. He just slid and laid there in a puddle of his own mess. That's great. Um, I also loved Tessa Thompson as a Valkyrie. I thought she was so fun, just as this drunk former glorious warrior turned kind of almost bounty hunter. I thought she was great and added a lot, and like her action scenes I thought were super fun. So I loved her as a character. And then Thor. This is the best we've ever had. Thor, fifth movie that he's appeared in, and I want everything else to be like this. Like, please don't ever ruin Thor now. This is great. Just so like Chris Hemsworth is super funny, so letting him be funny is a win, and it was a fun thing to watch, and I loved it. Um, I thought, and we've had like I love the ending. I like how they beat Hela using Surtur, and we've had some creative endings, like creative beating villains, and I think this has been my favorite like creative way to beat a villain. So a dance off in Guardians of the Galaxy, unexpected, out of the box. Like, is it kind of dumb? Yes, it's kind of dumb, but it was funny. It worked. And Doctor Strange using the time gem to trap Dormammu. Yes, you're never going to beat Dormammu, but like it was a smart way to stall him, indefinitely. So it was a good way to go. But then, use like, hey, we can't beat Hela ourselves, but and she gets her power from Asgard. Let's just let Surtur destroy it all. Like, I thought it was smart. I thought it was cool. Um, I think it moves this Asgardians in an interesting direction and showed some consequences. So I liked it. Like things are like the status quo is not maintained, and that means a lot to me. Also, Taika Waititi playing Korg, so funny every line. Get, get out of here, you ghost! Uh, yeah, tried to start a revolution, but didn't pass out enough pamphlets. Only people that showed up were my mom and her boyfriend. I hate that guy. I love him so much. Taika Waititi is hilarious. You should also watch Hunt for the Wilder People and What We Do in the Shadows. I would say, yeah, but I liked it a lot. I thought it was good. I would give Thor. I've been trying to grade movies recently because I think I like rank all of them for the year, but I think like a grade would be nice to give. And if I was to give it a grade, I would like. It's not a perfect movie by any means, but there's a lot of good things there, and I may come to regret this. I may change my mind in time. I would give it a B plus. Like, there's a lot of great things. Definitely room for improvement. And like, there was that boring quarter where I was like, please move along. And it wasn't perfect. There was a lot of good stuff there. The lines were great, and it was just a fun experience. But I would love to hear your thoughts. You're a very critical boy, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'd love to hear, what things you thought went well and what didn't go well. And eventually, we'll have to, go back through our ranking of our MCU movies and see how it all shakes out. So, bye forever. Tell me what you think.